Hello, everyone. Welcome to Therapy Clips with Dr. O. Today, we will focus on a depression activity. This activity is entitled Focusing on Positive Feelings. Now, it is related to depression because in depression, people tend to focus on negative feelings and negative thinking. Now, there are categories of how this thinking behavior occurs. The negative thinking is focused on the person, so that's a focus on yourself, a focus on the world. So a focus on all of the negative aspects of what goes on in the world, and a focus on the future. There's negative thinking that's related to the negative perceived outcomes of the future. Now, once again, this is called the cognitive triad. It was developed by Aaron Beck. He is a theorist, and he said that depression occurs because of three reasons. The person thinks negatively about themselves, the person thinks negatively about the world, the person thinks negatively about the future. So, let's get into our worksheets. If you're in my group, I sent it out to you already. If not, you can listen to the questions or statements that I read to you. And each and every one should have their journal book open. Because guess what? Therapy is a two-way street. And I can do the creation of these video presentations, but you must do the activity. So let's get busy. Let's work together. Let's get this done. So the first question is, what is the one thing that you always become involved in that brings you joy? So once again, what is the one thing that you always become involved in that brings you joy? Now, I added in a few words if you're looking at the worksheet because I want you to fully understand the question. There are things that you're involved in that you're happy about, and these are the things that bring you joy. So write those things in your journal book. Write down a time when you had a wonderful surprise. And then, how did it make you feel? I want you to focus in that area because if you can remember that wonderful time and how it made you feel, and I tell you, it made you feel good. Like if you received a dozen of roses from someone unexpectedly, and here are the roses, it automatically make you feel good that someone thought about you. And then when you read the card, you say, oh, my special friend, or oh, my family member sent this over to me. Okay? And so, write down a time when you had a wonderful surprise. What is something you did you are really proud of? Positive feelings. A focus on positive feelings. Write down a time when you achieved a goal because you wouldn't stop trying. Name a person who always make you feel confident. What is something you do that always make you feel energized. Write down something that always make you feel hopeful. Write down when you feel the most loving. So when do you feel the most loving? Name an activity that almost always make you feel calm and centered. Think of a person, place, or thing that gives you a sense of belonging. Think of a book, movie, or song that always give you a strong sense of optimism. That means a good outlook. Next, name an activity that always gives you pleasure. Write down the names of people who have inspired you. Think of a time in your life, even if it was just a few hours, when you felt completely content. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. Think of a time when you were completely filled with awe. That means you were amazed by something. Think of something someone did for you that showed they really cared about you. Think of a time when when you laughed so hard that tears came to your eyes. I'm going to repeat that. Think of a time when you laughed so hard that tears came to your eyes. Yes, that's positive feelings. Finding the humor in life. I like that statement. Think of a time when you felt completely capable. Think of a time when your efforts were sincerely acknowledged. Someone paid attention to something you did, and they made a compliment about it. Did you acknowledge it? And the final statement. Think of a time when you were treated with unexpected kindness. Out of the clear blue sky, someone was kind to you. Beautiful. So, those are the statements within the activity. And once again, a journal book or a notebook will do, so that you can respond to the statements, even if you do it 2 at a time. I'm going to complete 2 statements. Now, when you're focusing on the positive feelings, there's no room for negativity. You're not thinking negative about yourself. You're not thinking negative about the world. And you're not thinking negative about the future. All you are doing is focusing on the goodness and the beauty of life. I want you to understand that life isn't perfect. There is no perfect person. There is no perfect place. As human beings, we all are confronted with situations, people, places that brings the negativity to our thinking. I want you to understand that anywhere you are in this world, you have the control over your thoughts. If you're feeling negative about anything, I'm talking about past or present. I'm not even going to mention the future because the future we don't have yet. And the past is gone. We can only focus on the here and the right now. We only have this moment in time. We don't have the future yet. We can only project for the future. And what I mean is we can make a plan, we can make goals that by next week, we're going to start our exercise program. But we don't have next week. We only have today. So focus on the here and the right now. And I want you to know, regrets belong to the past. The past is gone. We can't do anything about what we've done already. The only thing that we could do is focus on what's going on right now. And hopefully we are creating moments of happiness. Happiness just doesn't fall from the sky. We have to create these moments by going out to the park and smelling the roses. Keep that in mind. No knight is going to come riding in on a magic horse, or no female is going to grow into this wonderful female that's flawless. You know, we all have our flaws as human beings. So, live in the moment. Enjoy the moment. Have quality time. That it is beautiful because you created it to be beautiful. Do not hold in your heart regrets from the past. The only thing that you could do is to try to make it better the best way that you can. I want to repeat that. To try to make it better. Put every attempt into making it better the best way that you can. Repeating myself, the best way that you can. You can only do what you can do. Don't have regrets about the past. With that being said, I want you to keep moving forward. Let the past go. Live in the present moment and keep it moving, as the young people say. See, they know something that we don't know sometimes. They understand, some of them, the majority of them, especially today's young people. They be like, really, we broke up? I'm sad for the day. Let me keep it moving. And then they meet the next person and they fall in love all over again. I'm quite sure that you can remember times like that when you broke up with a guy and you thought the world was coming to an end, and then the next cute guy walked down the street and you said, who's that last person I was thinking about? Keep it moving. Keep it moving. That is the key to keep it moving. And I want you to understand that the internet always portray people in their happier times the majority of the time. So, in front of a car, a fancy car, doesn't mean the car belongs to them. Okay? Inside of a fancy restaurant, doesn't mean that they're in the restaurant drinking anything other than a cup of tea because that's all they can afford. See, people try to portray themselves as something that they are not. A lot of times, if they don't have it, but all it's going to lead to is depression because they're focusing on what they project for the future. See, that's what Aaron Beck said. He said that people often think about the future and become depressed of what they don't have and what they haven't done, where they haven't been, all that sort of stuff. That stores up stuff that stores up and make the person unhappy. We're not doing that. We're going to enjoy the little things. Let me move this up so you can see it a little bit. Because I want you to understand. There you go. There you go. Enjoy the little things. I don't care if it is a cup of tea at a fancy restaurant. And that's all you can afford is that cup of tea or that cup of coffee with a donut. Oh, you must have donut. But enjoy the little things. That's the point Dr. O is trying to make to you. Enjoy the little things. Feel good about you and what you can do. Know that if you put the investment into the work to make it different and to make it better, eventually it will become different and it will become better. With that being said, this is Dr. O, and I want you to, there it is, cherish every moment. Love every moment and embrace every possibility. Now you see how Dr. O stays so energetic? Because she have these little, I guess you can say, positive affirmation statements all over her place of where she dwells and where she works. Because anybody can feel a little down and a little out from time to time, but she keeps it moving. That is me. That is Dr. O. Keep it moving, not focusing on the negative, trying to remain with positive affirmations going on in her thinking so it can make her behavior a certain way. Adopting a can-do spirit. I can and I shall. I can and I will. Because, like me, I want you to cherish, and I have to move it so you can see it, with hugs, the simple things. Live and dream. There are insurmountable possibilities out there for everyone if we keep it moving and not focus on the negative. With that being said, this is Dr. O from Human Service Consultants bringing you another therapy clip. Be blessed, everyone.